Hello everybody, it's Michaela from Hooked in a Flash. If you'd like to follow me, you can do so on Instagram as Hooked in a Flash. Facebook is Hooked in a Flash Crochet. And then I also do have some patterns, crochet toy patterns on Etsy, which is Hooked in a Flash as well. I hope everyone is doing well. I know that my videos have been coming out a little bit strange lately, but things are kind of adjusting to the new stuff that's going on right now. So I'm going to try and get it back to doing it every Wednesday, just like I am doing. If you do hear stuff in the background, my children are home, just like everybody's. So please bear with me. I did set them up with an activity, so they should be good, but we'll see. It's been kind of a juggle. We'll say juggle, not struggle. A kind of a juggle to switch from having my mornings where I can focus on my work and stuff like that to having to kind of move that stuff back and forth, because I don't like working on my job stuff when my kids are here unless I already have the pattern up or something like that. Just because, you know, if they come up and ask me and stuff like that, I don't like setting it down every once in a while or every so often when I'm trying to design. The stuff that I've already made that I have a pattern for, it's fine. I work with that, but you know, it's just different right now. We're working with it. It's not a big deal. I mean, it's a big deal, but we're getting through it just fine. So I'm going to show you real quick what I have finished, and then I'll go through what I have started, because I've started a lot. When I have my personal time for knitting, because I can't crochet all day, it starts to hurt my left shoulder after a while. So I actually switch over to, instead of stopping like a sane person, I just switch over to knitting, because that alleviates the pain in my left shoulder and I can go on about my crafting way. I don't have any pain in my wrists or hands or anything like that from any of it. It's just when I crochet, because I'm so tight, it's always my shoulder starts bothering me after a while. So I do have both to show you guys. I'm just going to show you my finished products right now, and then we'll go on from there. This is the Atom dishcloth from Smells Like Yarn, and you can get it. It's a free pattern download at smellslikeyarn.com. He has 3 patterns out right now on there, plus a hat that he's put out. All of it's free. Really well written instructions, all simple patterns. So there it is right there. It's got knit, and this is garter stitch, knit, and then he does rows of garter as well. It does have a front and a back side. I do not know what kind of yarn this is, because I'm just going through scrap yarns right now, kind of trying to get my random, like these ball type stuff yarns kind of tangled, go through my stash so that it's all ready when yarn shops start opening. I can go and refill with, I have room. So I don't know what this is. It does feel just like a normal sugar and cream type yarn. So that's that. If you look on here, I ran out 2 rows early, so I'm 2 rows short on the top. Then it should look like this on both sides, but I didn't, and that's okay. It's a washcloth. It's not going to bother anybody. So that's that. The next thing, I do have more of these that I'll be making, but I did want to show you my finished Bigfoot foot, toes, toenails, fur. I know this is backwards for you guys, but MRSSI, this is for the website. Once he has these in hand and he has the product up on his website, I will go ahead and link that down below. But it's got the little heel. This is the right foot. As you can see, if I put it up to my face, it's quite large. It's 13 inches long, 7 inches across, which is the specifications that he gave me for an actual Bigfoot footprint. So that's been done. I will be making brown, black, and white on those. Here's a smaller one. I did make this one originally for a keychain, but we decided that it is too large for a keychain. He still wants it though. He's going to order some of these just to have a smaller size. Maybe somebody doesn't want a huge Bigfoot foot. They want a smaller one. So this one is a lot smaller. And then it has the MRSSI on the back, little toenails. And then I did, see, this is the black one. It needs toenails and it needs the writing on the back. Oops. I don't have an off-white one to show you yet because I need the toes made on it. Not this one. And then this needs toenails, and then somewhere I need to write the initials on here. I'm not quite sure where I'm going to. This one's smaller. This is what we're going to use for keychains. I'll be connecting the keychain on the bottom here. You'll have a little Bigfoot foot. All of these are the right foot. It has, I know this isn't picking it up very well for some reason, but maybe from the side. It has an arch in here, and this dips up just like a normal foot. I was pretty happy with that. And over here, I am also, this is not going with that. That's a different website than this one on here. So I have two websites that I'm making Bigfoot stuff for right now. And aliens, obviously. I'm almost done with all the aliens. I need a couple more bodies done. And then I will be putting faces on everybody. So this is the aliens, though, that I've been making. And that's it for crochet. I started a while back, and I know that I have talked about it several times just because I'm bitter about it, apparently. My sweater that I made, it was the Mudblood cardigan that I was making. I was following the pattern. I was super proud of myself for actually following a pattern. I wanted to use this yarn because I had a ton of it. But when I had to go down so many sizes to make gauge that the fabric that I was making almost felt like cardboard. It was so dense and not moving, and I didn't feel like it was going to end up being something that I really liked. So I tore it out, and I am making now Lars and the Real Girl blanket. It is a free download on Ravelry. It does this, shoot, I can't remember what it's called now. Feather and fan pattern. So it has this wavy thing going on in here. I cast on too many stitches, so I just dropped them off at the end. I'll weave those in later. This is not the weight of yarn that it uses. I think it uses a DK weight. And finished measurements on the actual pattern is supposed to be 36 inches by 36 inches. I cast on 2 more repeats of this, so I had a little bit longer, and then obviously I'm using worsted weight yarn and a size 10 needle, which is not what they use in here. So it is going to be much bigger. I didn't measure. I don't want to be that, technical about it, but I'm assuming that this will fit on a twin size bed, no problem. So if I get once I get a little bit longer and I can kind of pull it out and see how big it's going to be, we'll determine how far I go with it. We'll see how it is. My original thought was I wanted something to go on the back of the couch, but who knows. So I cast that on. It's been kind of weird because, as you can see here, that's my pile from my sweater. Once I get through that, then I'll be a bit more organized coming from the skein, but it is what it is. The next thing that I cast on, this is another thing that you guys can do if you're interested. It is also a free pattern on Ravelry right now, if you get it. She is doing, and I forgot her name, I'm so sorry. but she is doing a mystery knit along, and it's called the My Little Secret Crop. It is size inclusive. It goes all the way from extra small all the way up to 5X. So it has, you know, quite a bit of range on there. It also tells you how to make this pattern in fingering all the way up to worsted weight, so you can use your scrap yarns for it. I am using just a random one. Is that showing you? Starts off at 1 by 1 rib and then goes up to 3 by 3 rib. And I am using random yarn that I have. I don't know what this is. It feels like a light 3 or a DK weight, thick DK weight yarn. I have a feeling that it's baby yarn, but I don't know. And from the colors too, me and my friend were talking about, from the colors too, it kind of looks like maybe it's baby yarn, which is fine. It feels like it's probably 100% acrylic. I personally probably won't wear a crop out. I am more plus size, so I wouldn't be wearing this out. But I was thinking the reason why I decided to make it was because I wanted to, one, make the garment to see how it was constructed, because if I like it, then I can make it longer and into a tank top. That is something that I would wear. Also, this might be good for something going underneath, more like a bralette type thing. Because when you make it, it is made with 4 inches of negative ease, so it should hold you fairly well, unless you're, you know, bigger. But at any rate, I'm making that. We'll see how it goes. We go this until it's 7 inches, and then you split off to make the top and back and everything like that. We'll see. I'm liking it so far. I don't know why I feel like I need to cast on everything right now. Usually I cast on 1 or maybe 2. Usually what I do is I cast on a large project and a small project. And then, you know, depending on what I'm in the mood for, I grab it. The small projects are usually ones that I'll do while I'm on the road, or like if I'm sitting in the car, it's easier to bring, or if I'm waiting for the school bus or something like that. Well, obviously, we have no school bus, so I decided, let's just do large projects. Why not? I don't know. The other thing I have started was, and I'm 2 days behind, is Arne and Carlos started a mystery knit along as well. I don't know what it's going to be. I have a feeling that it's going to end up being a pillow, but I don't know. I have no idea. So each day they are giving you a square to work on. This was day 1. And I have not blocked. And depending on, if I'm going to be very honest, depending on how we are putting this all together, I probably won't block. I'm just bad with that. This was day 1. This is day 2. This one, for some reason, decided to roll way more than the rest of them. Day 2. I think this one was day 3. Well, now that I said that, this one's super rolly. Or did I grab that right? Maybe this one was day 1. Actually, I think this was day 1. At any rate, this is either day 1 or day 3. I think this was day 1. This one was for sure day 2. I think this one was day 3. So, 1, 2, and 3. Shoot, now I can't. I think this one was 4. I love this one. This one's my favorite pattern so far. And 5. Again, I could have gotten those mixed up now. It says love. Obviously, it's backwards for you guys, but love. And then I have 2 more that I need to catch up on. It's just to use your scrap yarn. So what I've actually been doing is just coming in and not really paying attention, just grabbing 2 balls of yarn and going in and doing it. That way I'm not messing around too much with it. Once I get it done, if I really like it, I'm thinking of taking it and making like a theme with it, to have all of them with the same background, and doing this part in like a rainbow yarn, because I thought that would be kind of cool, kind of almost look like stained glass or something. But we're going to see where this goes first. And, you know, also I need time, since I have a whole blanket to make now. But I am 2 days behind, so I need to get those done. But those will probably wait until this weekend. They don't release their patterns on the weekends. They're only doing it during the week. And right now you have 7 patterns to do. They're on quarantine right now, so that's why they're doing a daily pattern. They've posted a daily video to go along with that pattern. If you want to look at them, it's Arne and Carlos on YouTube. They're pretty good anyways, if you guys want to watch them. So that's fun. That's what I've been doing to keep myself busy. And then I tried to get into, I did my work for the day, and then I was trying to get into my knitting last night, and I just really wasn't feeling it. I did listen to Smells Like Yarn has been doing and he's on YouTube as well as Smells Like Yarn. He's been doing like a nightly social knit night type thing, social gathering type thing that he's been doing, that you guys can go on and listen to him. He does a live one. He doesn't save it, so once it's gone, it's gone. I've been listening to him, and last night I sat down to kind of knit, you know, while he was talking. I just couldn't, I didn't want to do it. I didn't want to touch it last night, so I started playing games. The new Animal Crossing is out, and I don't have it, obviously. I didn't have it, so all of my friends have it, and I thought I would play Harvest Moon, so I was kind of in the same game. It's not the same game, you can't play together, but in my heart I was like, this is good. And my wonderful friends pitched in together and bought me a copy of Animal Crossing last night so that I could play with them. So that's what I did last night. I stayed up way too late and I played Animal Crossing, and I absolutely love it. I love playing my games with my friends. I like video games anyways. I like board games. I just like that kind of stuff. So other than Animal Crossing that I've been playing, we've been watching a lot of the new DuckTales that's been on. It's on Disney Plus. So we've been watching through that stuff. I have allergies really bad. I know that I've said that in a couple of episodes. So throughout the whole spring season, the longer I talk to you guys, the worse my voice is going to get. And some days is definitely worse than others. We did have a big rainfall yesterday, so today hasn't been quite so bad with my allergies, but I just have really, really bad allergies, so I'm sorry if my voice is starting to sound funky. Anyways, we've been watching the DuckTales stuff that's been going on. So I've really, that's what we've been doing. Like I said, it's not too much. Oh, and we've actually been doing a lot more cooking at home since we're stuck at home. I am not a cook. I don't like cooking, but we've been just trying to do it because we want to make sure that we're making everything last as long as possible before we have to go to, the store. So my husband figured out how to make He found a recipe for, it's called Christmas crack, and he made it, and it is so good. It tastes like a Heath bar. If you guys like Heath bars, you should look up that recipe, because you need a sleeve of saltine crackers. You need a cup of butter, not margarine. We found that out since we're not cooks. I know you guys are probably like, yeah, obviously, but we don't know. And then a cup of brown sugar. And you also need, you don't have to have it, but it also calls for chocolate chips on top. It does call for 1 bag of chocolate chips. We didn't have that many, so we just sprinkled on top. And it is delicious. It's so good, you guys. Easy to make. I made it. He made it. And, I'm not a cook. He's a better cook than I am. So it turned out really good. So if you guys want a little treat and you have those ingredients, it's a good one to look up. It's called Christmas crack. You can find it on Pinterest if you want to, but I'm sure you can find it. Just Google Christmas crack. Hopefully it doesn't pull up anything weird for you. Maybe write Christmas crack dessert. Hopefully. Sorry, guys. I also made taquitos from scratch for the first time yesterday, which was way easier than I ever thought it was going to be. So that was pretty good. And then I made Mexican street corn taco. Or not taco, casserole. Mexican street corn casserole. I found a recipe on Pinterest. And that was pretty good as well. If you like a sour cream taste. My husband does not like a sour cream taste. So that was a throw it out for him. But I really enjoyed it. And everybody seemed to like the taquitos pretty good. So that will be going back in the loop of things to make. Other than the random experiment stuff that we've been doing and, just casting out a lot of stuff, I haven't been doing very much. Oh, I did want to give you guys a suggestion if you guys want. Hangouts, Google Hangouts is a chat app that I've done a couple times now, where since we can't do physical knit nights, I've been joining with a couple different groups of my friends for a virtual knit night. So far, I've only gotten up to 4 people, so I don't know how well it would work with more people, but it's worth a try. It's easy to set up and make the video call, and then you guys get to actually enjoy your friend's company and still practice your social distancing. So I have another one of those coming up tonight, which I'm very excited about. And if you guys, try it and you like it, let me know down below. And then also I wanted to ask you guys, because I have been watching a couple of these live videos that people have been doing. It's just a social interaction. Talking to you guys, answering your questions. If you guys have if I did it and you guys had a question on some of your stuff, since you're home more and, maybe you're working on more stuff, you're maybe learning how to crochet or learning how to knit or learning how to read a pattern. If you have a question for me, if it's simple enough, maybe I can answer it during that live feed. And I could have, just grab some yarn and have my crochet hooks and my knitting needles here so that I can kind of show you maybe. I don't know if that would help, if it would work out or anything like that. And we can just talk as well. So let me know if that's something that you guys would be interested in, and I can set up a time to do a live feed for you. It might end up being a little noisy on my end, because I do have kids home. I've got dogs, I've got cats, I've got a husband. But it's definitely worth a try. I want to give you guys as much social interaction as I can. If that's something that you guys are interested in, just comment down below and let me know if you would be wanting to do a live feed for me or with me. So that's all I have for you guys today. I will see you next week, hopefully on Wednesday in the morning, noonish time. And until then, I'll see ya. Bye.